Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. It is new moon, ritual day, super moon. Hi. Getting started, just making sure everything is looking good on my Be Live dashboard. I'm Jill Hoyrup. I'm the Jill and Jillicious, and I'm a master psychic, intuitive healer, and spiritual coach. I help you figure out energetic blocks that are holding you back. We work on those blocks, release them, transform them, and voila. Amazing stuff happens when you start tuning into really what's going on an energetic level, right? So today we're going to talk about the new moon that's today, later this afternoon, like 3:45 Eastern time, I believe I read about it. And if you can hear the birds in the background, let me know. They've been at it all morning on my porch, flying around and talking to each other. It's been quite amazing. See? So don't let them distract you like they're distracting me. Alrighty, so welcome. And if you are new, we're liking, loving, or laughing. If you are enjoying this live, if you want to share it, that's great. So I'll remind you of that on occasion. Okay, so welcome. Say hi if you're here, by the way. Say hi and let me know you're here. And if you want to let me know where you are physically, that would be great. Oh, hey, Angela. Oh, she can't get on. Okay, she's trying. She's in Mexico, so we understand. I'm in Belize and it's hot, so you'll see my hair flying in the fans that I have going on either side of me. And okay, so hey Toya, how are you? Welcome. All right, so what you're going to need for this session is a notebook. Here's my little notebook I use for my new moon intentions, my little Belize school notebook. Nothing fancy, a pen. So handwriting is way better than typewriting. I know everybody loves to be on their phone and their computer, and I will admit I do sometimes too. If I'm channeling, I can type a lot faster than I can write. But there's something about the connection with handwriting to your brain. So you're thinking it, you're seeing it, and you're writing it, and it all works together to bring that energy together when you're setting these intentions. So grab a notebook and a pen and prepare to come up with some intentions. We're doing new moon intention. Today happens to be a super moon, okay? But first, to talk a little bit about the moon in general and a new moon. So the new moon is a time to set your intentions, and some people actually say that the full moon is not really for releasing, it's for intentions, and the new moon is for releasing. I haven't done enough of my own experimenting with that to know. I've always done new moon intentions, so I'm not really going to veer from that, but just know that there could be some releasing involved when you're setting these new intentions. So one thing about the new moon, any moon really, is full moon or new moon, is your sleep may be disrupted. And you might, especially for the new moon, have lower energy. And I just had like a light bulb moment earlier today because I didn't really want to get out of bed this morning. And then when I was typing up my agenda for this, I was reminding myself, oh yeah, that's right. The new moon really makes me tired and lunky. I just feel off for a couple days with the new moon. And like I said, I had this light bulb moment. So I thought, oh, that explains why I didn't really want to get out of bed. Usually I just hop right out of bed and get going. And today I was kind of a little slower, we'll say. So just start noticing. I've really been working with the phases of the moon for the past, 6 months or so. And there's really a lot to it. I'm not an expert on it. I can just speak from my own experience and what I read about, but it's very, very interesting kind of what goes on, how you might feel and what you might be focused on during the different phases of the moon. So yeah, hi Mabel, exactly. I remember the full moon a couple weeks ago. I was up like 3 nights in a row, waking up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, just bing, wide awake. So, you know, and they always say for the full moon, there's more trouble, you know, theft or accidents or what have you with the full moon energy. So it's definitely something that's worthwhile to start taking notice of, okay, if you want. So the new moon, so for a super moon, and again, I'm not an expert in astrology stuff. I've just been reading a lot about it for the last, 10 years, and I learned more and more. So I was reading this week, like, well, what is a super moon exactly? You hear it all the time, right? But you don't really know maybe what it is. So a super moon can be a full moon or a new moon. And there's a time in the month when the moon is closest to the earth. And that means there's more of a gravitational pull, right? And there's more energy with that moon when it's closer to the earth. So what you're going to get when you get a super moon, it's when the new moon falls on that exact date when the moon is closest to the earth. So the cool thing is we've got one today, a super moon. That means the moon is the closest to the earth right now. And then we've got one on January 13th, another super moon, and another super moon on August 11th, I believe it is. So that's 3 super moons in a row. And the new moon energy is really strong. Like the first 8 hours are the strongest through like the 48 hours. But a lot of people talk about like 2 weeks or 2 months dealing with the energies of the full moon or new moon. So if you think about 3 super moons in a row, that's a lot of like momentum and built up energy that we can use for our highest purpose and intention and things that we want to create, especially because it's on a new moon. So, yeah, Mabel's saying she would wake up at 3 o'clock too. Exactly. So we're dealing with a super moon, and we're not going to be able to see it because it happens at 3:45 p.m. or something Eastern time. So we won't necessarily see it visibly, but we might be feeling it, okay? So start noticing what you might be feeling on the moon cycles, the moon phases. Little commercial break before if you're liking what you're hearing, if you want to know more, give me a like, love, or laugh emoticon, or you can share it. And of course, we're always roaring. Okay, so I'm going to show you, and I'm not in actual Facebook right now, otherwise I'd copy the link down there, but it should be in the description. There's a blog I wrote on Monday it's a 5-step process ritual for manifesting with the new moon. So if you want to pull that up later, I'm going to go through the steps briefly right now. And then at the end, we're just going to pick 1 to 3 intentions that we want to work with. I want to take you through this activation process so you can start getting a feel for what this energy, like I call it zapping it up, like what this energy feels like when you're putting energy into your intention, okay? I'm always referring you to some books, okay? I learned all about new moon manifesting. Somebody recommended this book, New Moon Astrology by Jan Spiller. And she talks about handwriting up to 10 wishes or intentions. And right now the new moon happens to be in Gemini. So there's different qualities for each sign that the moon goes into. I'm not going to talk about all of that. I did post it on my page though, if you want to read about what Gemini is about. And these intentions start with, I easily and effortlessly, whatever. So she really liked, and if you think about it, if you say that out loud right now, I easily and effortlessly make new friends. I easily and effortlessly attract clients who resonate with me. I easily and effortlessly, create abundance and wealth in my life. Doesn't that just feel good, those words? I easily and effortlessly. So that's how she likes to do them. I found that I really like doing it that way too. It's different than an I am statement. It's different than any other kind of affirmation. It's kind of an action word, right? I'm easily and effortlessly bringing it to me. The other reason I like my notebook is because I can go back through my previous new moon intentions and I can check mark them when they come true and put a little date if I want. So you don't have to have just a separate new moon notebook, of course, but I like to have one. I'm a little notebook freak. Notebooks, pens, I love all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the second book is called Moonology by Yasmin Boland. And I haven't read this yet, but my girlfriend recommended it to me and it looks really good, so I got it. So I actually was looking at the new moon stuff and there's like the first third of the book is all about new moon. I should have probably read it before we're doing this, but hey, for next month, I'll have even more to say, apparently, probably if I start reading. So if you want to refer to those books, or I'm sure there's other information online, this is just one way to do it. What I'm going to tell you about today, there's so many different types of rituals you can do. So time for some life, love, laughs, and whatnot before we head in. Okay, yay. All right, so this 5-step new moon ritual, I'm going to breeze through it to kind of show you what I'm talking about, tell you what I'm talking about in it so you understand it better. And then we're going to actually take 1 to 3 of your intentions and we're going to work with those. And I don't need to know what they are. I'm just going to have you write them down yourself. And then you can do this whole process a little bit later if you so choose. Okay. So the first step in the process, in any process or ritual that you're going to do, is you want to create the space. You want to create the energetic container, is what we'll call it, for your creation. And this energetic container, you know, needs to be like clean and not clutter filled. And it needs to be a space, a place where you feel your best. It could be outside in your yard. It could be at a park. It could be in a room that you have specifically dedicated to like meditation, or you have your altar there. It could be on your bed. It could be at your kitchen table. I'd like to create my crystal grids on my bar because it's clean and it's right there where I always am walking by seeing it and I just have it there. So pick a spot that feels good to you, okay? And you're going to kind of do a little ceremony to like christen the spot, whether it's burning sage or like I do these essential oil sprays, okay? So I would just shake it up and maybe spray around. I did a little spray on myself before I started. So you can burn sage, burn incense, use, you know, a gong or a singing bowl. You're just clearing it and you're just setting that intention that it's for your highest good, right? So the next thing you want to do is you might want to gather some tools that you're going to use. And these tools can be anything that you feel help you kind of like get in the spirit of creation. It could be tarot cards, oracle cards, feathers, crystals, essential oils. Oops, I should do this. Yay. Anything that helps like bring it all together for you, right? And let's not forget our notebook and our pen. I tried to figure out the camera angle, right? So what you could do is, you know, get ready. You're gathering these all together and you're getting ready. So I'm going to dab on my cheer essential oil and I'm going to hold my rainbow fluorite is the one that I chose for today. And I always intuit, I always feel my stones and then I pick one out, okay? So whichever one I'm needing at that time is the one that I will feel the strongest pull towards. If you don't get a strong feeling, just pick one that's speaking to you or not speaking to you. Sometimes those are the ones we need to work with. I intuited my oil the same way. I just did a quick little muscle test on which oils should I use for today, and that was the one. So it doesn't have to be a fancy process. You can use your intuition for it. You can just say, oh, that one's jumping out at me. Okay, just trust that whatever you're getting is what you're needing. So now that you've got your tools in your space, you want to decide, what is my intention? What am I wanting to create with this energy of the new moon? And I want you to take a little time right now and actually tune in and think about what it is that you're wanting to create right now. Recognizing that this supermoon energy can really work in your favor to bring about these desires and intentions. And we've got 2 more coming. So it's going to be like a snowball effect. So you don't have to do every single goal or wish right now. But if there's a theme that you might have for the next few months, right? Maybe a change in your life or a new job or starting a business or what have you, whatever that is, changes for your relationship. And by the way, I'm not specifically talking about like the Gemini new moon right now, or the new moon in Gemini, I should say. I'm just general right now. So if you want to be specific on working with the fact that the new moon is also happening in Gemini, then pull up what Gemini means. Or if you're watching this later and it's not a Gemini new moon, it's a different new moon, pull up what the new moon in that sign means, okay? But I'm just generally talking right now for the new moon. Okay, so let's tune in to yourself and take a moment to write down your intention. And if you want to start it with I easily and effortlessly, then feel free to do that, okay? So if anybody's having if you have any, I'm just checking in to see how I might be able to help you right now if you needed help. If you have anything that you're trying to decide between, maybe what ones you should use, you can ask and I'll tell you, I'll let you know what I get on that. So I didn't have anything planned to say while you were doing this. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody coming up with intentions? Does everybody have stuff that's jumping out at them? We're actually going to do this right now. We're going to put the energy behind it. So you may be writing right now, okay? You've got your notebook. And as an example, if we're using our tools, I just put on my oil. I've got my gemstone, my rock in my one hand and my pen in my other, and then I can write. That's usually how I would do it. If the stone is, not too big for my hand, okay? Otherwise I would just have it near me. You don't have to hold on to it. You can have it at the top of your notebook, at the side, at a certain chakra point on your body. It's all up to you where you want it. Okay, Karen, I believe. Karen Ann. So your health does feel like a good one. Are you asking for what specifically about your health? Do you want to be general? Do you want to be specific? I feel like you need to be specific about your health. So for you, I would say, I would add the I easily and effortlessly, and then specifically, if you don't mind sharing it, if you want to share what it is. Otherwise, I'm trying to figure out what the wording would be. Like if it's about a certain part of your body, I easily and effortlessly experience health in my whole body. I feel like you need to be more specific than that, though. Mabel's saying she needs to break free from the husband that she separated from. Okay, so one of yours could be, Mabel, I easily and effortlessly move forward in my life. I easily and effortlessly, I want to add something about your emotional wounds, right? Like I easily and effortlessly feel better and better every day. I easily and effortlessly know that I made a great decision for myself. That's all part of separation and divorce, right? Because it doesn't matter like how low end of the scale or high end of the scale the reason for the divorce is, it still sucks. So there's still a lot that goes with it. So you really want to nurture yourself too right now. I really like that. I easily and effortlessly move forward in my life. I like that one for you, Mabel. Okay, Karen, and have been in lots of pain for the last few months. So I easily and effortlessly feel, gosh, I'm trying to come up with the best word for you, feel good in my body. That's getting closer. I easily and effortlessly feel health, strength, and I easily and effortlessly feel my body working at top performance. How does that feel to you? How does that sound? That kind of encompasses all of it. I easily and effortlessly feel my body performing at its healthiest or its peak performance. By the way, and you'll learn it in Jan Spiller's book, and I don't know them all off the top of my head, but each new moon actually has to do with an organ in your body or part of your body, which I found very interesting. And I shouldn't even bring it up because I can't quote what they are, but I thought that was really interesting. That you could work with a specific, it's gallbladder this month or it's whatever. So, little side note. Hey, Mona, welcome, welcome. We're just in the middle of choosing our intention. You might want to go back and listen to the first 20 minutes about just kind of the brief general setup. Unless you read the blog already, I just pretty much went through what I'd already posted on the blog, okay? So we're actually taking our intentions now, and we're using this, I've got it up here. We're using this affirmation, I easily and effortlessly, and I'm helping if they need help setting up an intention for themselves. Okay, good, Karen, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I'm glad that sounds good. See, sometimes you got to kind of flesh it out and feel into it. So we made it. Okay, so think about your intention. Mona, we're using a pen and paper. You can use your phone if you really want. It's better to use the pen and paper to get the brain connected with the eyes, with the writing. It's all goes together really well. Okay, Mabel. She's about to launch a business and wants to attract loads of customers and be successful. It will be my first business I'm doing to become financially independent. Perfect. Okay, good. So your second one could be, I easily and effortlessly launch my business. So you can handwrite up to 10 of these, you guys. So we're only doing like 1 to 3 right now, but I'm just giving you kind of a feeling of how to go about doing it. Then you can sit down and act. I mean, this isn't quite I'm not going to be quiet. Got to keep talking, but we're not going to sit while you're watching me and do the process, right? So I'm telling you about the process and then you can go do it on your own. But I want to give you an idea of how it feels to create the intention. And then when we zap it up energetically, you're going to get that feeling too, okay? So Mabel, some of yours could be, I easily and effortlessly launch my business. I easily and effortlessly attract customers who need my products and assistance. I easily and effortlessly and consistently make an income to live on. Things along those lines. How do those feel? Okay, Mona, let me know if you've got any issues or any questions. I'm just breezing by in case I missed any before. Okay. So let's feel into our intent. Does everybody have their intention? Show me some likes or something, or laughs. Give me an emoticon if you are finished with your intention setting, if you have some in mind. So right now we're in the create intention mode, okay? So we're writing these down. You guys must be busy writing because there's no likes, loves, or laughs. Oh, good, Mabel, I'm glad that helped. You're very welcome. Okay. I'll give you a minute. I'm just playing with my rainbow fluorite. I'm loving it. This is all about protecting, stabilizing, grounding, and harmonizing. Doesn't that just feel good? Love it. I love it. I love it. So, okay, Mona saying, yes, I easily and effortlessly write and finish my book, and it is a bestseller. Heck yeah. Yes, you do. You're totally doing it. And I feel like within 2 months, that'll be off your plate and published. And yep, absolutely. Okay, awesome, you guys. So let's take our intention. I just want to play with one of them for now. So you get the idea of what this feels like when you're doing it for yourself, and how you can really start using this energy in general to create things. So does everybody, I want to know how you feel. Do you feel energy? Can you feel, like, I know most of us can walk into a room, and if something feels off, we can feel it, right? We feel when people are off, or when the situation isn't right. We got to, it's our intuition, right? It's our alert system, our inner compass. So is everybody feeling things? So when you feel into this intention, close your eyes for a minute. Okay, good. Oh, yay, Mona. Mona got goosebumps about her 2 months. Yeah, I'm getting 2 months. And especially because you're on track, Mona. You're just totally whipping through it. So you'll be done in no time. And it doesn't have to be perfect. They wanted me to, that came out too. So don't get hung up on the details. Just keep plugging away with the consistency. Yes, Mabel. So as empaths, yes, we feel all this kind of stuff. Hi, Cindy. Yeah, so you're feeling. Okay, so let's go back to our intention for a second. What is it going to feel like when that intention comes through? Comes to pass, comes to fruition, right? What does that feel like? Get into that feeling of the excitement of your business happening, Mabel, the excitement of your life moving on, and you taking care of yourself and being financially independent from anyone else. And Mona, you're feeling about your book. You're just seeing the whole thing unravel, and you're feeling it published. You're seeing the book and its cover, and you're seeing all the orders coming in, and you're feeling it. So send the energy to that. Feel that happening and get excited that these things are happening. And then Karen is feeling her health. She's feeling her health be positive, and she's feeling happier because she's healthier. Okay. So how's everybody doing tuning into this feeling? I want to kind of be quiet for a second and let you tune in and really start. I'm actually tuning in with you and feeling, I can feel the energy flowing to your intentions now. How is it feeling? Good. Cindy's feeling energy. Mabel's feeling a lot. Okay, good. So are you getting the idea of how you can use, I need to put this down, I keep playing with it, of how you can use the energy to propel your intention forward? Are you feeling that? You might feel a spark. I mean, you're going to feel movement with this energy. It's going to be moving and growing and shifting. It's all about expanding it, right? So we're kind of actually skipped ahead to the last phase where you're really igniting it. You're breathing, breathe, then smile. And you visualize it, right? You visualize this happening and you feel into how good it feels and then you can even picture yourself going back to your notebook being, oh my gosh, this just happened. Check mark, putting a date. I didn't really know if it would work, but hot diggity dog, like look at that, it worked. So you're creating this movement of energy, and it's almost like a movie of each step in the process and how you're creating it. Okay, so let's tune in, and I'm going to send, and even if you're watching the replay, you may not have actually specifically spoken about your intention that you're setting, but the energy is here for you, and it's the same concept. You will be doing this. Now I'm going to send an extra little zap of energy to everybody who's watching all of your intentions, okay? So, and the intentions are for your best and highest good, right? Don't try to sneak in like a not a very good intention for you or someone else. So these are all like on the up and up, okay? Because I've got it set up so these energy zaps don't go for anything that's negative or not of anyone's highest good. Just a little disclaimer for you, okay? So how's everybody feeling now? Still good? Are you still tuned in? I feel like you're all just working mostly with one, but you've got the idea now for doing more intentions, right? So hand write up to 10 of these, okay? So here we are, we're going to now like ignite them and solidify them, and just, do you feel that? I all of a sudden I just felt a huge expansion as the energy went out. So I'm also holding space for you guys, which means I'm holding that intention with you and I'm adding the energy to it. You guys are doing great. You've all got your energy going into these intentions. So our intention too can be, because I just tuned into the supermoon, and even though we're a few hours before the supermoon, I feel like the energies are already with us. And if you want to be a stickler, you can totally just start doing this at the time of the new moon. But I feel like we're well on our way and using these energies. So I'm actually consciously pulling that supermoon energy and pushing it and sending it to all of these intentions. Pretty cool, right? Okay. If you want to, well, you might be busy doing this. So if you want to put a comment of how you're feeling, if you've been feeling any shifts, I actually need to have some water. I'm kind of a little bit dizzy. There's a lot of energy going. I think I'll bring my stone back to me. Okay, good. Okay, still sending out. All right. Any last minute thoughts? I want to kind of end on this note. I'm going to end on this note because it feels so good right now. Mabel, I don't know. It's 3:45 p.m. today in New York, in Eastern time. So you are probably, what, 6 or 8 hours ahead of that? So you are in the new moon energy right now, I imagine. Because it's nighttime for you, right? So you're in it. So just go with that. If you need to use, you can use like world time zone or time zone buddy. There's converters. Couldn't think of the word. So you're in it, Mabel. Maybe that's why I'm picking it up, is because you're bringing it with you. I'm tuning into you in the UK. Yeah. Well, I was debating changing the time of this to actually match the new moon time, and I just felt like I didn't need to. So I feel like we're good. Good. Okay. That feels good. So if you're watching the replay, you can still drop a comment in how you're feeling, because I'm feeling really calm now. Okay, 5:30. I'm feeling, I just feel like things are bubbling up below the surface. I feel like there are things happening that I'm not even necessarily conscious of. And I keep getting this I just have this big feeling like I can't even encompass where all this energy went, because it went to you guys and your intentions, right? Okay, I'm going to take a few cleansing breaths. I like to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can join me in this. That helps move and shift the energy as well. Okay. Whew. How's everybody feeling? That was a good one. So we'll do this every month. How about? We'll do it for the new moon and the full moon. Does that sound good? So the full moon will be really good because we'll do a release. We'll do like an energy clearing and release. And the new moon will bring in the new. I like it. I like that plan. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining. And I want to hear about all these intentions once they've come true, right? And yeah. So just sit with this, practice with this, and you don't have to just do this for a super moon ceremony or a new moon ceremony. You can, anytime you're setting your goals, you can always add this energy to it. There's no reason why not. You are so welcome, Cindy. I know, don't you love that? I easily and effortlessly, I love that. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Have a super good rest of your new moon ritual and your day. Yay. Awesome. So glad to have you here. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same delicious channel.